Hey guys,
Hey
what's
everybody!
going on? I can't believe it.
Happy
Is
Tuesday.
this like really happening?
I have no idea.
We're home long enough so that we could actually do a live Q&A.
It's been a few months, I think.
It has been a few months. I remember we were talking just yesterday, like, oh, when was the last live Q&A? And we were both wrong. It was back in December, the end of December.
I wrote up a list of all the events we went to.
Yeah, here, bring that a little closer so they can see. So this is June. This is February. Excuse me, January. I'm already thinking it's June. January, February, March. So we have been already April. Last month we were home a total of 5 days.
So sorry, but we're here.
Yeah, now. we definitely want. I want to apologize for not being able to do more live Q&As. It's just one of those things when you're on the road, it makes it extremely difficult. And some of the flights we've had have been getting home very late, and as soon as we get home, we want to get to bed.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we do now is sleep.
But
that's my favorite hobby is napping.
We are so happy to have you here, especially with the 1 million subscriber mark coming. I never thought. I know you say you knew that this was eventually going to happen.
I kind of had a.
I never thought in a million years that this would happen.
I was
just doing my thing, and I still do my thing, and obviously we can't do it without all of your support. So thank you for being so supportive. Thank you for spreading the word of Raiti's Rides. It's so awesome when I hear people that come up to us and be like, I told my cousin about your channel. I told my next door neighbor about your channel, blah, 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 blah.
Or like moms and sons or daughters and dads, whatever, that watch it together, which I think is great.
Brandon has a great question. He's new to the channel, and he says, who is Raiti?
Oh,
well, Raiti is me. Joe Raiti, Raiti's Rides. This is Lori Raiti.
Raiti too.
Yeah, Lori Raiti, Raiti's Rides. And basically what we do here is car reviews and share car passion, excitement.
It's a lot of passion.
Twinkies, storage space, zonks.
Food is really important.
Yes, food is very important.
We have to have our nourishment.
And it's just cool to see people like Connor kind of reminiscing when they joined on the channel. So if you've been here for a while, or even if you've been here for a little bit, put in the comments section, when did you join about when it came to amount of subscribers? I'm curious to see who's been on the journey the longest, and whether you've been on it since we had 500 subscribers or 50,000 subscribers or 500,000 subscribers.
400.
Wow, Matthew, 400K.
IMKEG is 200.
Wow, look at these. Save Apex, 600,000.
Jacob, our moderator for tonight, somewhere around 80,000.
Wow, look at Cobra Ken, 1 subscriber.
Wow.
1 subscriber.
Cobra Ken is number 1.
Now, was he number 1 or was he number 2?
That's a good question. Somebody was already here before him. I don't know.
But speaking of Jacob, Jacob is here in the house. He's going to be moderating like he always does. So we're going to try to obviously get to as many questions as we can. Use the super chat feature if you want to have your specific question answered, or if you want us to specifically acknowledge us, because if you look, or acknowledge you, if you look at how these comments are coming in, it moves very, very fast. And another thing I like to see, like 392_DU, he says, my wife even loves to watch the channel. So
family that
I am a firm believer, yes, a family that watches Raiti's Rides together and goes on Throttle together stays together. Already we're 3 minutes in and we have over 200 people watching.
Connor has a great question here. When can I swing by to meet the Raitis?
That's a very good question, Connor. Great news is March 7th.
May 7th. We'll help him out.
Right now, I am in a time warp of dates.
He doesn't know what time it is.
I don't even know what. Lori tells me what car we're reviewing.
All he has to know is the cars.
Yes,
I tell him everything.
She handles everything else. But May 7th at 10 a.m.
Yep.
At Walker Ford in Clearwater, Florida, we're going to be having the physical in-person 1 million subscriber celebration. So that's where you can meet me automatically. We are going to try, and I know I've said this earlier, but it's been so difficult. We're going to try to kind of fit in some other meet and greets around the country when we could find the availability to do so.
But if you happen to win a vacation Feel free to come down.
Come down,
the
Clearwater.
last event we had was for 750,000 subscribers, and there were a lot of cars.
And we had
it's not just a Ford show.
No, and remember, just because the event's at Walker Ford does not mean it's a Walker Ford cars and coffee type event. It's all brands, all makes, all models.
We have tons of giveaways. We have some major surprises.
But for those who aren't able to make it, we are going to do next month a separate celebration.
Stay tuned for the date and time
on the channel, and that's something we're going to touch on quite a few more times before we sign off here. But definitely want to acknowledge the first super chatter of the night for our spring rendition here is William Raggio.
Yeah.
William Raggio. He did retract his message. So, Jacob, let me know if you see his message or his question in the comments. But, William, thank you for your super chat. Thank you for your support. We can't do it without you and everybody else, obviously. We are already at almost 250 people watching tonight.
That's a lot of people.
Leon, thank you for that generous super chat.
So Leon says, do you think it'll be interesting to see brands use the new age of vehicle technology, EV, etc., to reset their brand image? Brands that are seen as boring and fun, reliable, unreliable, etc.
I think, Leon, first of all, like I said, thank you for your super chat. I think you're spot on the money. I think brands like Chrysler are going to use this opportunity to kind of reinvent themselves with that Chrysler Airflow. Look at what Chevrolet is going to be bringing with the Blazer SS EV and the Chevrolet Equinox EV, which usually Equinox really doesn't do it for me, but the EV looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
And so does the Blazer. The Blazer looks 1,000 times better than the gas engine Blazer.
Yeah, good point.
So thank you, Leon. We got Kenton here.
Kenton!
And that's another thing I want to point out before Lori reads what Kenton has to say. You might see us in an airport. We meet a lot of you guys because we're traveling so much. We meet a lot of you in the airport. And please, 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 if you see us, please come up and say hello. I promise you're not interrupting us. You're not bothering us. Even if you're walking by on the plane.
We've had a lot of people do that recently.
Yeah, they'll be like, hey, Raity's Rides, what's up? We love you. That's the things that we love to see.
We're laughing because our dog is squeaking a toy.
Yes, our dog
is. If you hear a squeaker, it is our dog who's thoroughly enjoying this live Q&A.
Yes.
But we see Kenton a lot at the airport.
But we see Kenton a lot at the airport because he's here in Tampa and we always see him at Tampa International. But what does Kenton have to say with his super chat?
That he loves the new Nautilus, and does this mean the Edge will not be discontinued?
Kenton, that's a very interesting question. First of all, I think they did a great job on the Nautilus. And if a lot of you are wondering, well, Joe, how come you didn't have, there's the toy. A lot of you are probably wondering, well, Joe, if you like the Nautilus, how come you didn't bring it? How come you didn't review it like some of the other channels? The reason why was we were in Long Beach with Acura bringing you the Integra Type S.
Yes.
So if you haven't seen the Apex Blue one, definitely make sure you see that. And then also tomorrow, I got a totally separate Acura Integra review, Type S, with the white one and some other surprises. And a cameo surprise person that pops in.
Definitely want to watch
Kenton,
this.
Thank you so much for your super chat. I'll find out more about the Edge. We're going to a Ford event very soon, so stay tuned.
Okay, and then William Raggio, Jacob found
thank you, Jacob.
Super chat. 2019 Audi Q5 PP or 2019 Volvo XC60 T6 inscription.
William, that's a great question, and thank you again, Jacob, for digging this up and for your super chat, William. I personally would go Audi, and the reason why is, first of all, I like the styling a little more, and I like the way that Audis drive. Yeah. They're much more driver-focused, driver engagement, and I absolutely love their virtual cockpit. Wouldn't you
absolutely
agree with that?
And then we have thank you so
much.
Thank
you, William and Jacob.
Thank you, Cobra Ken, for the
super chat. Yes, Cobra Ken.
I've been looking for a ZL1. Are you selling yours? They're impossible to find.
Ken, I feel your pain on trying to find one. I get people asking me all the time, where can I track one down? Unfortunately, I am not selling mine. Or fortunately for me, unfortunately for you, as of right now, my ZL11LE is not going anywhere. So, but I'll keep you in the loop and stay tuned. We're going to be doing more reviews. Reach out to Raheel at Dimmitt Chevrolet. Even if he can't sell you one, maybe he could get you in contact with somebody. He's a really good car guy, and he's a
really good guy.
And he's a big, Raity's Ride subscriber.
Huge
he loves to help.
Yeah.
So reach out to Raheel, Dimmitt Chevrolet. If you don't know the number, click on any Chevy review I did at the dealership.
And then Therefore I Am is here with a super chat.
Therefore I Am.
And we lost him.
And I lost him.
Yep. Hope Joe is ready to eat his words and beg for forgiveness from me when the Cybertruck comes out this year.
Yes. Therefore I Am. I'm still waiting. I'm sure just like many of you, I'm not holding my breath. And here's the thing with the Cybertruck that I want to just touch on real quick. And I know Lori wants me to keep this quick because the super chats are pouring in, which we are very grateful for, plus all the other questions and comments. Think about when the Cybertruck was unveiled. That was in the beginning of 2020, February 2020, right before the pandemic. They still have not brought the truck out. And look at what has happened to the industry. We have the Ford Lightning. We have the upcoming Chevrolet Silverado EV. We have the Rivian trucks. We have the upcoming Ram Rev. I don't know if this Cybertruck is going to capture as much as the market as Tesla thinks it's going to.
And as they intended. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I have to get that. We have
Thank you.
Squeaky toy problem.
So yes, we have a squeaky toy problem right now. Our dog.
Let's introduce the culprit.
Yes, we have a new member to our family. We rescued him just about a week and a half ago. This is Oscar. Oscar is new to the Raiti's Rides family and new to our family. So we are very, very happy to have him. He's only 2 years old, and I think he just is. I know. I don't even say I think. I know he's starving for attention. He's going through all of his toys right now. The squeaky ones, of course.
Yes. Okay.
All right. So that's with the super chat. That's with the Cybertruck. But thank you there for I Am for your super chat.
Gossip Daily, thank you so much. Love your reviews. Having a tough decision between a 19 Discovery HSE and a new CX-90. My kids, Jaden, Cameron, and I both adore you.
Well, Jaden and Cameron, first of all, you guys are cool because you watch Raiti's Rides with your dad, and your dad is cool because he's into cars. So can't beat that. That's a win-win situation.
Yes.
This is an easy one for me. I would go CX-90.
Okay.
I was thoroughly impressed. I know you were as well.
Absolutely.
With the way it drives. That straight six turbocharged 3.3 liter engine really produces a great amount of power.
You're getting so much for the money.
Very, very nice. The interior is wonderful. And compared to a Land Rover or Range Rover, it's going to be way more reliable.
Absolutely.
Way more.
It's a great car.
Thank you for your super chat and good luck. Good luck hunting.
Yes. Bad Bueno is here.
Bad Bueno.
Joe, I learned about cars and English with you. Love the videos. How cool is
that? That is so awesome. What's awesome is that we get that response a lot from people that they've actually learned English from watching Raiti's Rides. And that's something that I never thought in a million years would have happened just by sharing my passion for cars with people.
I know.
But we are so grateful for all that we could share with you and all that we could do. And it's just very humbling. So thank you, Bad Bueno.
Yes, thank you so much for saying that. And then we have another super chat.
Benji,
Benji,
you knucklehead. Thank you for being so generous.
He says, how are my favorite YouTube stars? Congratulations on all the success. So close to 1 million. I'm beyond happy for you two. Gonna watch for a little bit before I go to bed. Those C-Ray bones ain't gonna build themselves.
This is true, Benji, and I'm glad that you are moving on to bigger and better things.
That's exciting.
It's really great to have you on this journey. Benji, we met Benji when I bought my Ford Focus RS back at the end of 2017.
Yep.
We had 900 subscribers in December 2017.
So
things have changed just a little bit. So thank you, Benji. Thank you for your generosity. And we hope to see you very, very soon.
And then we have another super chat from Best Car
Reviews.
Formerly Golf King.
Oh, yeah. I remember Golf King.
You two inspired me to start my own channel. Thank you for always bringing the energy and motivation. You two rock.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad that we could share the passion. And, that's one of the things that I tell anybody is that if you want to start a channel, the best thing to do is just get your phone and start filming.
Yeah.
See what works, see what doesn't work, and go from there. Because guess what? That's what I did.
Yeah. We have a lot more super chats.
A lot of super chats.
So,
David, that's real. We appreciate
really
your
nice.
generosity. Thank
really
you.
Nice.
David is one of the most supportive subscribers. He's always in the comment section. Always a pleasure to read your comments. And thank you for your generosity, David. That is really, really nice.
And Masaya Latifi, thank you so much for your super chat.
We love it. The little, is that a dog?
Yeah, I think that is a dog.
It is. It looks like Oscar.
Like a little Shiba Inu.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Very cute. Thank you so much.
And then let's scroll down real quick. And then NYC Life 67. Yep. Hey, Joe and Lori, I enjoyed the auto show in NYC. Saw every car, the TRX, Demon 170. Got to get inside the GTR T-Spec. That was fun. There's an Integra Type R for sale, 99,000 miles. I bet it's a 60 grand car.
Yeah, if you're one, well, first of all, thank you for the super chat. Second of all, yeah, the New York Auto Show actually had some really great stuff. Even though it wasn't as big as in years past, it still had some great stuff, as you guys saw from the reviews. And I still have a couple more cars to drop, believe it or not, from the New York Auto Show, because we've been so busy with all these other things that have been dropping. But yeah, I think that a original Integra Type R with even with 99,000 miles, they're hard to find, especially in good condition. So it'll be interesting to see what they go for. Antoine, Lee,
thank you,
Thomas.
So much. Thank you, NYC Live 67.
Yes.
Thank you, Antoine. When you're on the road on your media drive events, why not do live Q&As from the hotel rooms you stay at if you do drive events early enough?
I'll be honest with you, and this is going to be just straight up honesty. Usually we are worn out.
Well, the schedule's jam-packed. The biggest issue that I have as the production manager, I think it's a great idea.
Great idea.
We have done a couple of events like that, but the lighting, I can't bring my lighting with me.
Yeah.
And then we don't have the screen, and so it would be a very rudimentary.
Well, I'm going to try to do maybe some stuff in the next upcoming ones. The problem is because we live in Tampa, Florida, a lot of the media drive events, as you have seen, are in California. So it's basically a 5-hour flight, and then we're jet lagged out the wazoo. So we're pretty worn out. And all of the events as of late have been back to back. So it hasn't been just like 1 week we go to California to do one drive event. Usually it's 2, sometimes 3 drive events. So, and I'm not trying to come up with a bunch of excuses, because I'm a firm believer excuses only satisfy the maker, but we will try to look into things. Did you like that? I used to say that to my students in class. So we'll try to work something out, Antoine, but very good question. And
thank you for the suggestion.
Thank you for the super chat as well.
Yes, and Jordan and Paige are here. Joe, I know you have a Type R. Is there a situation you would choose a Golf R over the Type R?
You know, Jordan and Paige, well, first of all, thank you for being subscribers, and thank you for the super chat. I actually contemplated the Golf R for a while.
Yeah.
The problem is I like a little bit more pure driving experience. And what I find from the Honda Civic Type R, even though it doesn't have all-wheel drive, it's just a more pure experience, and it's more invigorating, and it's actually a faster car through the twisty bits, believe it or not, because there's less weight, it revs a lot faster, and on top of that, I can't stand the infotainment system in the Golf R.
Yeah.
No buttons, no switches. I can't stand it. So that's just some of my input.
Would you ever have a situation where you would choose a Golf R?
If that was going to be my daily driver, if I was going specifically, like if I had one car only, and that was going to be my do everything.
Decide between Golf R
yes,
and Type R.
I would probably go Golf R.
Okay, I can see that.
Especially if I lived up north, if it snowed.
Well, yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah, but great question, Jordan and Paige. Thank you for the super chat.
All right, and then we have Fresh
Holla.
Fresh.Holla.
Fresh.Holla.
Yes.
Yes, I like that. Thank you for that generous super chat.
Generous.
You guys are freaking awesome. We can't thank you enough.
Thank you so much.
But he says, hey, Joe and Laura, I would like to know how you feel about the upcoming EV apocalypse. Is there any chance the government can backtrack on the internal combustion engine bans? I have zero interest on anything electric. I appreciate you guys. Well, first of all, we appreciate you.
I'm going to get the pulpit, if you all don't mind.
I'll be honest with you. I literally just told somebody this earlier, and this is just me being honest. Every time I drive an electric vehicle, for the most part, I die a little inside. There are a few that really knock my socks off, like the Porsche Taycan, that Audi e-tron GT-RS we drove. Yeah. And I do we got one in the driveway right now, a press fleet vehicle. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it does surprise me how well it drives. I think at any time things can be backtracked. I'm hoping that some of these companies like Porsche and some of the other brands are working on synthetic fuels, which actually burn totally clean. That I think could be the future. But as of right now, it looks like this is the direction that we're going in. There's part of me, and it's a small part. Maybe I'll make it a bigger part. Who knows? That feels that some of this stuff is just like getting people's attention. So if I have a car company and I say by 2025, I'm going to just sell EVs, that gets people's curiosity, that gets people scared, that gets people freaking out. Maybe they're just doing that. And then maybe as we get closer to 2025 or 2030, then their song changes.
Yeah.
It is possible. So we'll have to wait and see. But I personally am not the biggest fan of electric vehicles. I think that's pretty apparent in my reviews. But we'll just have to wait and see. And thank you again for your awesome generosity.
Well, I just want to thank everybody so much. David, and just to address some of the things in the comments, he was saying for us to go out to dinner because we're married. A lot of people don't know that we're married.
Yes, we are married. So she's off limits, guys and girls.
Yeah. And then also Fresh.Holla and everybody.
Yes.
Thank you and all of you who haven't super chatted. We just want to,
yeah, anybody who's
like
here. We have over
vibe,
258
right?
people. Am I getting negative?
No, I was just addressing.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
But we do have another super chat.
Zhang.
Dan Zhang, yeah. Have you noticed any decrease in price in the secondhand market after all the rate hike? I want to downsize my Lexus GX to a Bronco Sport. What's your opinion?
I am seeing some price decrease. It all depends on the type of vehicle. For the Bronco Sport, you should be able to find something definitely cheaper than a few months ago or a year ago.
Absolutely. And thank you so much, Dan. And then
Yozus.
There you go.
Yozus.
I'm leaning toward a family car like a Model Y or a CX-90, but scared of the naturally aspirated V8 will retire and I get a 23-24 Mustang. Hopefully wife approves.
Yeah, listen, I know the struggle. It's like you want to do the right thing, but there's also these cars that are going to be disappearing. The good news is that the Mustang does have back seats.
That's true. It does.
So and it's got a pretty good sized trunk.
Small people can probably fit back there.
Yeah. Thank you for your super chat.
Jazzbo507, thank you so much. How much above MSRP do you think the 23 Tribute Stinger will sell for? I realize it would be a guess on your part. Any tricks for getting?
Well, thank you for your super chat. The best thing to do is pick up the phone and call. Talk to people. Go to your local dealerships. Like I said in my Type R review talking about markup, my vlog, is that if you want it bad enough, get up and make it happen. There are dealerships out there that will sell vehicles at MSRP, and people are buying Type Rs at MSRP. And
you got to do the
legwork, and you got to just sending them an email is not going to get it done, or a text message.
It's got to be a phone
call them up, or if they're close enough to you, go see them in person. I would probably expect, since Stinger sales have kind of cooled off, 5,000 over would probably be. I would think a dealership would have to be idiotic to go 10.
Really?
That just sounds stupid. It really does.
It does sound stupid. The
whole markup thing sounds stupid.
But a Stinger Tribute, you can get your hands
on one. That's a hot car.
That car is beautiful.
That's a hot car. That moonscape color is
with that tan interior.
Yeah, very nice. Gorgeous. Thank you, Jazzbo.
Yes, Jazzbo507.
Benji!
I've been trying to keep up, but maybe a little behind. Can we get a garage update? I know the GT350R Heritage isn't going anywhere.
No.
Are y'all going to build a separate garage? We need to, Benji.
Yes.
That's been my biggest issue.
Yes.
That's why he's laughing, because that's all I say all the time. We need a bigger garage.
Yes, we need a bigger garage. Well, to update everybody, we have Lori's Bronco Wild Track. We have a Subaru WRX STI, the Honda Civic Type R, the Shelby GT350R Heritage Edition, and the Camaro ZL1 1LE.
Yes, and not enough time to spend time with them.
Yes, not enough time. It sucks being on the road. I'm not able to drive.
It's like one of those things where, I mean, we're not complaining.
No. I mean,
but it's just like we all need more hours in the day, I guess. And then Dave, thank you, Benji. You're very sweet. Now stop that.
Yes.
And David Langle, thank you so much, David. Joseph and Lori just bought my 4th ID4. How about the new VW ID7 coming second quarter, 2024? You know I'll be getting the ID7.
I know.
You know you're getting
that. I wouldn't be surprised, David, if you have a Volkswagen tattoo on your back the size of a massive New York pizza.
Yes, he probably does.
Like that ginormous.
Big, giant
but thank you,
Volkswagen.
Dave, for the super chat. And congrats on your ID4. I know you enjoy them, and that's what means the most to me. And counts the most is being able to enjoy.
Well, we got to see that ID7
yes.
at CES.
Yes, we did.
Before it was like officially unveiled. So that's going to be exciting.
Oh, wait, sorry. No, wait. There we go.
So Antoine Lee Thomas, Miss Lori, now that Joe owns an FL5 Honda Civic Type R, would you get the Acura Integra Type S? And could you both be husband and wife twin owners? You know, we were joking about that the whole weekend.
She loved it.
I have to say,
she loved it.
The Type S is beautiful. It's
she
stunning.
loves the car.
Fender flares.
What color would you get?
I mean, I'm particularly partial to Apex Blue. However, stay tuned for a video. When are you posting that?
Tomorrow, the white one.
Stay tuned for a video tomorrow because
lots of surprises.
When Joe did this in the video, first of all, I thought he was nuts because there were people everywhere.
People everywhere, and I did it anyways.
But when you watch the video, you're like, you know what? This is why he did it, because this matchup that he does, it's you guys are
wait until you see. I gotta watch that review because I got something special that is available on the Type S that nobody has shown yet.
Yeah.
Nobody.
But Antoine Lee Thomas, we have actually talked about that, and I would. If I didn't have my Bronco,
she loves the Bronco so much.
I do. I do love the Bronco. And then David Stam, thank you, David. You two are the best. How did you meet?
We actually met at a Panera.
At a Panera, yeah.
At a Panera Bread.
We were both in line.
And we started talking.
And we started talking and talked the whole night.
Yep. It was awesome. It was. We shut the place down.
And he had no idea. And this was when he was a high school teacher.
Yeah, I was a high school teacher.
I was working in a corporate game. Yeah. And then I started
Look at us now.
The seeds of YouTube. I know.
Look at us now.
All right. And then Carson M. Thank you so much, Carson M, for that.
Yeah, thank you for the super chat. If you have a question, hopefully Jacob could dig it up.
And I need to scroll through and look and see if there's anything else we missed. But NYC Life 67, review and buy a Pagani Zonda.
NYC Life 67, if I had the money, which I don't.
If you want to fund that.
For a Pagani Zonda R, I actually wouldn't get a Pagani Zonda R. I would go buy my dream car, which would be a Ferrari F40.
I knew that was
so that would be what would be bought and what would be reviewed
instead of the Pagani.
Yeah,
so
no.
I guess
Paganis are cool. They're just not. There's a bunch of other cars I'd rather have before a Pagani.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for this.
Michael at Chabby's Rides.
Yes. Hey, Joe and Lori, love the New York Auto Show content. Keep up the great work. Gotta run. Deadliest Catch.
Oh, I remember when I used to be obsessed with that show.
Obsessed with that show.
I know,
too.
right? I wanted to be
that was
when I wanted to quit my job teaching and be a crab fisherman.
Yeah, right. Because that's a low stress job.
Low stress.
Nice and relaxing.
Yes.
Kenton is back. Thank you so much, Kenton. Thoughts on the Mustang Raptor?
I haven't heard anything about a Mustang Raptor. If they make a Mustang Raptor, I think that's kind of dumb, to be honest with you.
Do you think it's like a Mach-E Mustang Raptor? Or is it like...
I don't know. I don't know. I have not seen anything about a Mustang Raptor. I know we have some Raptor news coming next month, but it definitely ain't a Mustang.
Yeah. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Great question. All right. So we have some more super chats.
Yes.
Scroll down.
You guys are so awesome. And we're going to get to the other comments. Don't worry, guys. We're here for a while.
Benji, last one. If you want to ship any of them to me, I will gladly put a little heat in the engine and the twisty bits. Oh, that's so nice of him.
He does have good twisty bits.
He does.
Up there.
I know. Only because I'm a great friend.
Yes. Yes, you are. Thank you, Benji.
Thanks, Benji.
Good night.
Gustavo. Thank you so much, Gustavo Valenzuela. Hey, Joe. I don't know if you remember, but you reviewed my 2019 GT3 Orange Fury. I remember that.
Yes.
On Walker Ford that I bought and reviewed my Challenger STR 392 that I traded in. Do you know what the future is of the TRX 2024?
First of all, Gustavo, it's great to hear from you again. I remember you bought that car. If I remember correctly, it was kind of raining that day when he drove the car home.
Yeah.
And I believe he lived in Orlando, but I can't remember. But anyways, future of TRX, it's going to be interesting. I don't know if they're going to continue it, especially with the way that the Hellcat engine and everything else is being discontinued with the Challenger and the Charger.
Right.
I know, obviously, they got the Durango Hellcat still. That they're going to make one more year, and that's it. And that's got all the Durango Hellcat owners pissed off.
Yeah.
It might be killed off. I have not heard anything yet from my Ram representatives, but I'll keep you in the loop for sure. And let me know in the comment section if you still have your Shelby. That thing is a killer car. Orange Fury, you can't even get it anymore.
I remember when we saw that car. It's beautiful. And then we have actually Jacob through Carson's super chat in here. Thank you so much, Jacob. Carson says,
thank you, Jacob.
Sold my ZL1 for a 23 C8, thinking I made a mistake. Have ZR2 build awaiting shipment. I'm in Jacksonville and would love for you to review the ZR2. I'll bring it.
Oh, that would be awesome, man. We'll have to definitely email me, and we'll have to try to put something together and figure that one out. That'd be good.
And if you want to come down for the May 7th celebration,
May
it'd be
7th.
lovely to see it.
Yes, definitely.
So thank you again, Carson.
I had somebody that actually was asking me, hey, Joe, do you have Italian origin? Yes. Christian, my dad was born in Sicily and actually came through Ellis Island into the United States. My mom's side of the family is also Italian, so I am 100% Italian. And just to prove it, I am the oldest of 6 kids. So, being Italian, my parents decided to just go crazy. And I'm the oldest of 6. And that's why I'm loud. And that's why I use my hands a lot.
When Joe and I first started dating, I grew up in St. Louis. So when Joe and I first started dating, he had to warn me that everybody is extremely loud. And there may be a lot of
went over, when I took over my parents' house for the first holiday, I said, listen, if you hear a lot of people yelling and screaming, it's not because they're mad. They're just being loud.
He was spot on.
Spot on the money.
Exactly. I was glad for that warning.
Thank you, everybody, for the super chats. We just got enough.
Sammy.
Sammy, I know Sammy always comes in and he brings a little pear. We love that pear guy. We love you, Sammy. Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, so we are caught up on super chats.
Nope.
Benji.
I thought you were going to bed, Benji.
Car Conversations, just a guy who met them at Walker Ford in 2017 when I worked there, and I've been following them ever since.
Yes,
that
was awesome. That is awesome.
All right.
So let's go through some of these other questions because we got things coming up. Car Conversations, where is the 1 million subscriber party? It will be at Walker Ford in Clearwater, Florida on May 7th. And let me just preface right now. I hope I have everybody's attention. Listen. If you want to be part of the 1 million subscriber celebration online, the live celebration,
will be next month, sometime in May.
Go to raitiesrides.com and register your email if you have not already. It's the same website that you use for the other celebrations because we're going to have tons of giveaways here live next month.
Yeah.
I want to show my appreciation. Well, we want to show our appreciation for all of you that can't make it live on May 7th. We will have a celebration. I don't know the date yet, but it will be in May. But you want to go to raitiesrides.com and register your email.
So if you just go ahead and register,
I know you won't get spammed by registering your email.
No, because I wanted to start a newsletter.
Yeah.
I sent one.
We've been so busy. We've been so
3
freaking
years
busy.
ago. Yeah, you're not going to get any spam from, because I'm the one that manages that. So it's not coming from anybody but me. So just put your email in there and then we will pull everybody's emails together. I'll get rid of all the duplicates so you don't have to waste your time putting it in there 30 times. And then we will do.
And what we'll do is we'll spin the wheel, the electronic wheel, on another laptop while we're here, so that you can see who wins and know that it's legit.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
We got some more super chats. Carl Dietrich.
Oh yeah, and then Carl says, "Shout out to my dad, rest in peace.
Oh.
He took me to New York Auto Show in '65 to see the Alfa Giulia.
Wow.
Became a car guy, then I really enjoy my Alfa Giulia today. Thank you for your reviews and car guy passion."
Well, that's an awesome memory to share, Carl. Thank you for the super chat. I'm sure he's looking down, smiling on you. And, that's what I remember, too, is my dad taking me to auto shows as a kid. And that's why I still think auto shows are still relevant. Thank you. I can't speak right now. Because they're just great. The excitement, the sounds, the smells, being around the new cars.
Really great for the whole
it's
family.
really, really cool. So thank you, Carl.
Thank you, Carl. And Live Strong Gaming, thank you for the super chat. You guys inspire me to buy my first hybrid vehicle, a 19 Chevy Malibu hybrid. Of all the midsize sedans, which one is your favorite? Also, as a car enthusiast, what do you think about CVTs?
CVTs are not my favorite by far. Not all CVTs are created equal.
True.
If you look at Honda's and Toyota CVTs, they're much different than, say, Nissan CVTs. I think my favorite midsize sedan right now has got to be, it used to be the Honda Accord before they switched. I would probably say the Toyota Camry.
Okay.
If I was going to go with a little extra sport, then I like the Sonata N-Line.
Yes, absolutely.
Or the Kia K5 GT.
Yeah.
So it's either the Camry XSE with the V6, the Kia K5 GT, or the Sonata N-Line.
Yeah.
Those are my choices.
Yeah.
And I really like what Hyundai has done to the revisions of not only the Sonata, but also the upcoming Elantra N.
Yeah.
They've done a great job restyling it. They did not have it at the New York Auto Show, or I would have brought it to you. So we're hoping that Detroit Auto Show will be able to see it, because that's the next major auto show that we will be. That's in September.
Somebody else was asking about the LA Auto Show. That's not until
November.
November.
LA Auto Show is not until November, but we will definitely be there.
Yes.
Promise you that.
And then Oscar Jimenez, thank you so much, Oscar, for the super chat.
Yes, and if Jacob sees Oscar's question, please.
And then also, if you guys can see Jacob in the comments, he has
the link
for how to sign up to throw your email into the hat for winning virtually when we do our virtual 1 million celebration.
Sean Michael says, Joe, my new championship white Type R is due in 2 weeks. Can't wait. Trust me, I know that feeling. You're gonna love her, and the championship white looks amazing on the new FL5.
I think I can answer this question for Midnight 392, and I'm just going to focus on this year. What's the favorite car we reviewed this year? Porsche 911 GT3.
911 GT3 RS from Thermal Club. That car is freaking ridiculous. How potent it is.
Yeah.
And shout out to Porsche for allowing people like myself to be able to turn some hot laps in it and just wring its neck.
That was a blast.
That was a blast. It was great to have Patrick Long there and Jörg Bergmeister, who is the man.
And if you seriously, he fanboys out, and he fanboyed out on Jörg Bergmeister. It was really cute.
Definitely.
And Patrick Long, but you've met him.
I even fanboyed out when we were walking. At the Long Beach Grand Prix. I saw Max Pappas, Mad Max Pappas, who used to be an IndyCar driver, but most important to me, he actually used to race for Ferrari, the Ferrari 333 SP, the Momo Ferrari. That's where he made his name in the 1996 Rolex 24 Hours Daytona. I saw him standing there, and I had to get a picture with him. I hadn't seen him in person since I was like 19 years old.
Really? That long? I'm amazed that you recognize
because it was 1996.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
That's amazing.
All right, I know we got another super chat here. Diamond Go.
Yes.
Spice it up. One full bolt on. Oh wait, spice it up. One full bolt on versus GT350 track battle.
Wow,
that would be interesting.
That would be
very spicy. Yes, for sure. But thank you for that super chat, and that's something that definitely I would love to be part of.
Robert Clint wants to know, when will you review the 23 Ram 1500 Sports Edition Heavy?
Hopefully, we should be getting some more Ram trucks on the channel. I know I talked with Kimberly, my contact over at Stellantis. So probably in the next couple months, we will have it.
Yes.
What
else we got?
What else we got here? We got Sean Stewart says 2024 Hyundai Sonata review coming soon. As soon as we see it, Sean, I will be bringing it to you. I'm hoping that it will be the Detroit Auto Show.
Yeah.
That's the next big auto show.
If not before. You know, they might do something separately.
Joe Kraus says, Joe and Lori, love you both. Ordered a 2023 2SS1LE. Got it this February, and I love it. Yeah.
V8 for life. What color did you get, Joe? I'd love to find out.
Yeah, I'd love to know what color. That the SS1LE is like the hidden gem, man. There's so much performance with that car, especially the price, that makes it just absolutely amazing.
Oh,
Oscar Jimenez, thank you for super chatting again. Oscar says he owns its STI 2018 and loves it. It has 80,000 miles. Damn, good job. And Subaru gave me a quote for 28 grand. Do you think I should sell? And if so, what manual similar car for $50,000? So great question. 28 grand with that kind of mileage seems to be just about right. I would say if you're going to sell it and you want something similar with a manual, you could do GR Corolla. You could do a base GR Supra with a manual. You could do Hyundai Elantra N. You could do Civic Type R. You could do Acura Integra Type S.
I would say that's super similar.
Not a manual.
Cars are
not a manual.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
So if you really love,
or a Mustang. I mean, if you want to go a totally different route, you could go Mustang GT.
Right. Yeah.
So
there's definitely some cars that are awesome.
You have,
but
you have some good options. Just depends on what you really want. If you want to stay close, I think if it was my money, I would probably go GR Corolla.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's probably what I would do if I want to be as close to an STI.
Yeah.
Christian says, need to go on throttle with the new Ford Ranger. Yes, we will be bringing you the Ford Ranger actually next month, so stay tuned.
And then Christian Paroli wants to know what's your favorite JDM.
My favorite JDM would have to be, if we're talking about like old school JDM, it would be either an R34 GTR or a Subaru 22B, the STI 22B.
Nice.
That would be, that would be my original JDM favorites. Which family SUV car should I buy?
From Sonam SK.
You know, there's a lot of great SUVs out there. It just depends on the size. I'm very impressed with the CX-90. That's the best thing I could say. Jaden is here. Good to see you, Jaden. And he says the Zonkmobile may make its way to Tampa this summer. Keep me in the loop. Let me know. And I'm glad to see that she's doing well. Diamond Go is back. He says, wish the next Dimmitt Chevrolet review. Love the shop. When is the next? So the next Dimmitt Chevrolet review should be coming up soon. I don't know if you saw, but I put up recently a Camaro LT1 Shark Gray. It's a new color, LT1. Check it out if you have not seen it. But I'll be bringing more from Dimmitt Chevrolet very soon.
And thanks to those recent super chats. And also we have another super chat from Jason Brozick. So Jason,
what's up, Jason?
It's been a long time, you guys. I still watch and still love the content. Keep it up in Borat's voice, which I won't do because that would be very sad. Very nice videos. Me likes a very much high five. So
high five, Jason. Thank you for that. You definitely made me laugh. And it's great to have you on the journey with us for sure.
Well, and before we get to DDR, I just wanted to point out, see, I'm not the only one. Alonzo B picked it up too. Hey, Joe, are you originally from New York? Because you have a New York vibe.
Yes.
I'm so with you, Alonzo.
I am from Brooklyn, New York. That's where I was born. So
if you know, you
Bensonhurst.
Know.
Yes.
And then thank you, DDR Megia, for the super chat. Mayhat, that's probably better.
Yes.
FK8LE or FL5, assuming a similar price. Thanks and love your guys' work.
Well, you know, that's a tough question, and I get that question quite a bit, Didier. And thank you so much, Didier. Thank you so much for the super chat. I personally would go brand new. I mean, the FL5 is that good of a car. And if you look at the track times, like if you're going to do any track days or autocross events, the FL5 actually performs better than the FK8. Yes.
The FL5 has it.
Yes, especially like the data logger system.
Yeah.
So I personally would go FL5. That's just my take. Obviously, the FK8 limited edition, that's what LE stands for. If not everybody knows that. It's very, very nice, and it's rare. So you do get that going for you. But you can't go wrong with either one. I personally would go FL5. And I'm not saying that because I own one. I think the FK8 LE is amazing.
Yeah.
Jaden again says, thank you for the super chat, Jaden. I'll keep you posted and maybe you can film the Zonks. Yes, for sure. Zonkmobile is going to get the Zonks. Jeff Lass, thank you.
Says, love me some Twinkies, but don't rule out them zingers.
I know, I keep forgetting about zingers.
And the chocolate zingers with the
frost.
Oh,
yeah.
So good. So good.
I've eaten plenty of those.
Oh, yes, me too. And then Cobra 427, CI Screaming Warrior. Screaming Warrior Freedom. I wanted to say the whole name.
I know. Go ahead. I
felt like it was important.
Yes, it is important.
Thank you for the super chat. Hey, Joe and Lori, how's your on-throttle action-packed evening? I'm eating fried tilapia fish tacos and fries, which give me 5 extra horsepower.
There you go.
Screaming Warriors of Freedom approved.
Yes. Well, thank you, my friend. I know that I see
delicious.
You a lot in the comment section. That does sound delicious. Obviously, we're having an amazing night because we have well over 260 people here.
Yeah, you guys are like firing up.
You guys are great questions. Yes. Great questions, great comments.
We're trying to keep up.
Yes. Diamond Go is back again. Thank you so much. When the last time you had fun on the track? What car? That's real easy. 911 GT3 RS. Stay tuned, though, because we are going to have some fun time behind the wheel of the upcoming Integra Type S sometime in June.
Well, and we actually did go to a racetrack, and you got well, should I say anything?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yes.
There was some more fun.
We have some track fun coming from the Long Beach Grand Prix. Stay tuned. The review's coming out this week.
Yes. All right. So I think, almost caught up. Manny Tenorio. Thank you, Manny. Thank you all for these super chats. To the door panel. LOL. Any cool comers coming to the Grand Highlander?
You know, the color that was introduced on the vehicle is new. That I did in the review. That one kind of looks cool. I won't know more until next month.
Yeah, next
month. So stay tuned next month, and we're gonna be doing that. So for sure. But thank you, Manny, for your super chat. And yes, to the door panel for sure.
Right. To the door.
Jaden Robbins is back. He says, difference in age between classic cars and antique cars. Classic cars is 25 or older. And then antique cars, you go from there.
Yeah.
And I remember there was somebody at a dinner that made me feel very old when I asked him what kind of cars he was into. And he said classic cars. And I thought he was talking about like muscle cars from the 60s and early 70s. And he actually was talking about classic cars he called from the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah.
That hurt. Ryan Turner.
Thank you so much, Ryan, for the super chat. Keep up the great content. You're helping me decide on my next ride. Audi SQ7 is looking good for me.
That's a very, very hot SUV. We appreciate your support. And Audi just has a unique way of doing things. They're really, really fun to drive vehicles.
Absolutely. No Limit Noah. Thank you, Noah. Do you think a 2010 Hyundai Genesis with 140,000 miles will be okay to buy at this time, even if the owner put new parts in it?
You know, No Limit Noah, that's a great question. Thank you for the super chat. I would say documentation is everything. If they have all the receipts and paperwork, that's a good sign. And what I would do is personally is spend about $100 and get the car inspected by a trained mechanic. Let them put it up on a lift. Even though it might cost you the $100, it could save you potentially thousands upon thousands of dollars if there's any major problems that come up.
Yep.
So that's my advice for everybody who's looking for any kind of used car.
And then Remy D is here. Oh, sorry, Emily General Lee.
And Emily General Lee, I like that.
She's from Canada.
Canada. We love our Canadians here on Raiti's Rides.
I'll let you tackle that one.
He says, she says, what are your thoughts on the Revolto? It's a Lamborghini. So, I mean, it's freaking hot. I do think it's great that Lamborghini is still pushing some internal combustion engine cars, at least the final of them. Me personally, if you pulled up in that car or say a Huracan or say a Murcielago or whatever, even the new Countach, and then somebody pulled up next to you in an original Countach or a Lamborghini Diablo, all of my attention and love is going towards the original Countach and Diablo.
It's true.
That's just me.
It's true.
But it's a badass car. So I'm digging it. I would love to go on throttle in it. But I don't think that'll be happening probably anytime soon.
Probably not like right
Yeah,
like
not right
tomorrow.
this second.
Yeah.
But thank you for the super chat.
And then Remy D has a super chat. Hopefully not a controversial question. What type of car do you find least interesting to review? I think I know the answer.
It's real simple. It's the EVs. It's the EVs overall.
Well, not overall, because you enjoy the Taycan.
All right, so
e-tron.
EVs that
it's just like the A to B.
that suck.
EVs,
How about the EVs
like,
that suck?
Like the objective is just to get from A to B.
Yeah.
If there's no like personality.
Yeah. If there's no anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Should I mention any of them or no?
I don't know. I can't think of any off the top of my head.
I could think of one real quick.
Okay.
The Kia Niro.
Yeah.
Not really.
You did a really great job on that review.
And listen, for the right person, it's the right car. I'm just not the right person.
I personally find because it's like there are people who need that kind of a car. They just want A to B.
Yes.
And they need to find somebody who
we bring it to you.
Not going to sour their opinion.
Yeah.
Like you don't just like barf all over the car when you're reviewing.
It's not total trash. I mean, there's no cars made today that are total trash. It's not like back in the 80s and 90s where a Hyundai Excel was a piece of garbage, or a Yugo was a piece of garbage. But now things are different. There are cars that have more problems and less problems, but none of them are total garbage.
Yes, this is true. And then,
but very good question, really Remy. And I try to tiptoe all over it.
I do. Before we jump, I do need to address like a kind of a.
What's happening?
I'm going to do it quickly. Antoine Lee Thomas has a question that I wanted to address. She asked about our first dog, Dillinger. Our dog passed away about a couple months ago. He was 14. He was old. It was very difficult, but it was time.
And that was something else that we were dealing with besides being busy on the road is that, Lori raised Dillinger. He was only 8 weeks old and had him we had him his whole life. And, he was part of our family. We don't have kids, so our dogs are our kids. And
we weren't I decided, I was like, we're not going to get another dog for a long while. I just need to grieve. And then we actually saw Oscar on a local
news station
from
that was doing the pet of the week.
Yeah, he was the pet of the week. So we went down and got him. So there you go.
Yeah.
But thank you so much. I didn't think that anybody remembered. So thank you.
That's really nice of you guys to bring up. And I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't want to damper
Yeah.
the spirits or look for pity or anything
Dogs
like that.
definitely make the world
Yes,
go round. They're pretty
yes.
amazing. But back to the super
Yes.
chats here. Diamond Go is back with a super chat. My friend, you are a true car enthusiast. You review every single car, man. Lots of people stuck to one genre, but you do everything, and I respect you.
Well, thank you, Diamond.
Totally agree,
And that's
Diamond.
something that I've always believed in, is that even though something isn't my favorite, or even like my grandmother used to say, my cup of tea, I'm still going to review it, and I'm still going to bring it to people,
Right.
because there's somebody out there that's looking for
It's
that
teacher
particular car. Yeah.
Who is like trying to
help all students.
Yeah, exactly.
Not just my favorites.
Exactly.
Which I did have my favorites.
Well, of course, as you should. But thank you, Diamond, for that super chat. That was awesome of you to say. And then Richard has a super chat as well. Honda Accord 10th gen versus 11th gen remodel. I think they missed the mark on the exterior.
Richard, you're not alone in that. Thank you for your super chat. If anybody out there in YouTube land wants an Accord, I would say try to find a brand new leftover 2022. Get the Sport 2-liter turbo, and you got a really nice mid-sized car. For not too much money. That's my advice. And
that's true.
Yeah, I mean, the Accord, it's got some great technology inside it now.
I am gonna say the interior on the tech.
Yeah, the interior is
really good.
It's just the outside.
I'm on the opposite fence a little bit. I don't mind it so much.
The problem is that they didn't make each trim different enough. They all have the same grill, like literally the same grill.
I don't.
A great question, Richard.
Great question.
Thank you for the super chat.
And then Sabiel Chicago Auto Show Podcast has a super chat. I will see you at the Detroit Auto Show next month.
Awesome. I don't know if it's next month.
I think it's in September.
It's in September.
Yeah,
it's definitely not next month.
Don't confuse him.
Yes,
Sabiel.
not
we
next
already
month.
had this. He thought
but we will
March.
see you in Detroit.
We will see you definitely. Yes.
And is that it?
Oh wait, no.
Emily generally is. Thank you for another super chat.
On the Apollo Emotion.
Apollo makes some really amazing cars. For that type of money, I'm going to go with the tried and true ones. Stick with a Lamborghini, stick with a Ferrari, things like that. These boutique supercar manufacturers
don't do it for you.
Not for the money.
No,
not for the money. All right, I think we are. Wait, we have one more. Scott Chambers.
Are you excited about the new Trax and Vista? When can we see you drive one? Also, thank you both for the amazing content.
Well, thank you, Scott, for the super chat and very good question. So we just unveiled the Invista, all new model from Buick just 2 days ago. We were in Detroit with Buick to do that. The Trax I will be driving actually next week.
Yep.
So stay tuned for that.
I'm sure the Invista is not going to be.
It's not going to be far off of it.
But I was actually, I personally was impressed with the Invista.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot for the money.
That's the thing. The Invista, I know a lot of people, and I can understand with the engine and the horsepower, but there's not many new cars out there that you could buy that are decent looking between $23,000 and $29,000. There's just not a lot anymore. Yeah, the prices of cars are ridiculous.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for the Trax for sure. We're going to be bringing it to you. John D has a good question. Excuse me. He says, "Hey Joe, have you ever driven a Bricklin?" No, I have not, but I would love the opportunity. And if nobody knows what a Bricklin is, it's actually made by the name Malcolm Bricklin, who actually was the man responsible for bringing Subaru to North America back in 1968, wanted to come up with a sports car that was also the world's safest car. Wow. And a lot of people confuse the Bricklin with the DeLorean because it's got gull wing doors and a similar wedge shape to it, but it's Canadian.
That's fascinating.
And it was actually, you couldn't even get a manual. It was only automatic.
Really?
Yes.
Back in the 80s?
Back in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s.
That's crazy.
Yeah, crazy. Evan with the super chat. Thank you for the super chat, Evan. He says, need help on a 3-row midsize SUV. Wait for Grand Highlander CX. Easy. I would go CX-90 or I would go Kia Telluride. The Highlander is nice. I'm going to have to wait to get more time in the back seat. The back seat bothered me a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that. I really like the CX-90. So if you need it now, I think the CX-90 is the way to go.
CX-90 is amazing.
We're driving the Grand Highlander next month. So we'll know
Stay
more
tuned
on
for
that
that.
next month. I like the Pilot too.
Pilot is great too. It's just that for the interior appointments, the Mazda blows it out of the water.
Blows it out of the water.
Blows it out of the water.
Yeah, and you get used to that Mazda controller pretty quickly.
Ken, thank you for having my back on the Brooklyn. The Brooklyn was out in 1984.
Wow.
1984.
That's good to know.
Thank you, Ken.
Yeah.
Bradley says, think about the new 2024 Tacoma. Yes, we will be bringing that to you very shortly, and I am excited. I do know that the Tacoma, from what I understand, is going to be hybrid. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Yes. Yeah. TJC Mod says, is Mitsubishi going to bring back a sports rally line? No. From what I understand, Evo Evolution is going to be added to an SUV.
Okay.
So
that's sad. That's a sad.
That makes me want to vomit.
Probably going to cry a little bit.
I will. As soon as we get off.
I think we had super chat just come through.
Oh, we had a super chat come through?
I think so. No, I'm wrong.
It's okay.
Sorry.
You're allowed to. Sean says Palisade or CX-90, very easy. CX-90.
Somebody else asked, do we have any special plans for the million? I guess we've said that too many. Have we said that too many times?
Celebration May 7th from 10 to 12.
And
stay tuned for the virtual one in May. Date to be announced.
We will post that on YouTube.
We will have giveaways. You got to go to ratiesrise.com and register your email.
Yes.
All right, let's see if I can answer more of these questions.
Go.
Ryan Turner says, Honda Accord 10 Gen owner here. Richard, no. Thank you, Ryan, for that ownership experience backing us between 10th and 11th Gen on the Accord. What?
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. Chris says, Joe, do you think the Dodge is on the road to extinction? I'm scared for them, to be honest with you. Now, I hope they have an ace up their sleeve, but it's crazy to think that the Challenger and Charger, as we know it, is going away.
I know.
And that Demon 170 is killer.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
We did get 2 new super chats.
Yes. T. Howard, thank you for the super chat. Joe, Lori, which new cars can still be had with a manual? Very, very small amount. I don't have the list memorized, but I could easily tell you, like, the Tacoma TRD Pro could be manual, the Elantra N, the Civic Type R, the Integra, Golf R, the GTI, the Integra Type S, and A-Spec, the Nissan Z, Toyota Supra, Mustang, Camaro,
Bronco,
Challenger, Bronco. I think that's
most of them.
The Evora, Lotus Evora, or the Emira.
Porsche
911, Cayman, Boxster.
Well, the Cayman, you can't really get that. I mean, this last year.
Yeah, so
yeah,
it'll be interesting. Yes. Hopefully that answered your question.
Very few.
Yes.
Cobra, thank you for the super chat, T. Howard. Cobra, the 427 CI Screaming Warrior.
Yes.
Freedom. Joe, did you know that the Cadillac Blackwings Cadillac
Blackwings. Thank you.
Yeah, that's another.
Thank you.
Can be your ultimate track-focused race track dominating grocery go-getter.
Yes.
I have 6 husky puppies.
Oh my God.
And Cobra, Red Eye, Jailbreak, Blackwing, Viper, and Brisa. Oh my God.
That's awesome. And yes, you are right that the Blackwing is really a do-it-all. And that's another one. The CT4V Blackwing and the 5V Blackwing are both still available with a manual.
Yes.
Favorite out of the big 3 Americans, Cough, Chevy. Diamond, go. I actually kind of like all three equally. If you look at my history, though, like from when I was a kid, Chevrolet products were always most popular in my household. Or Pontiac. We got a little bit of everything. We got a little bit of everything.
Bronco, we do have a little bit of everything.
Yeah, we got a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But great question.
Really, first of all, I just want to say, Diamond, it's really hard to have him pick a favorite.
No,
I
can't.
He can't.
I love them all. I want to take them all home with me.
Yeah, he can't.
Let's see here.
Somebody down below asked about the Integra Type S. What you thought about it?
I love the Integra Type S. The only thing I'm a little bummed. The only thing Frankie, thank you for that question. The one thing I'm really bummed out about that I zonked is that there's no connectivity in the back seat, and I wish they would have had a powered passenger seat.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a bummer.
Manual passenger seat.
But at the same time, those seats are really nice, and I might feel differently once we drive it and I get to sit in it. I don't know.
We'll see.
Didier.
Yes, Didier is back. If you could only keep one car from your garage,
now
what would it be and why? Thanks.
He won't be able to do it.
Right now, as it stands, it would be the Shelby GT350R. I mean, that's probably.
If you had to, if that was the only one you could do, I agree. I concur.
Yes. See, that wasn't too bad.
No.
Let's see what else we got here. Camry or Accord?
This is Noodle Train.
Noodle Train. I would go Accord 10 Gen 2-liter turbo.
And some folks were asking what you used to teach in high school.
I taught history and psychology, grades 9 through 12. And I taught for 18 years at Ridgewood High School. Okay. And I still got a lot of students that still watch.
Wilson's Journey wants to know if you have any news about the RDX Type S.
Nothing yet. It's interesting how Acura is sitting on that. I'm thinking that they're probably going to redesign the vehicle first before they come out with a Type S version. Even if they do come out with a Type S version, the next thing that they have really announced that they're working on is the ZDX, which is their first full electric Acura.
Okay. And then Sean Graham wants to know Palisade or CX-90.
We already answered that, CX-90.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Wait, Jordan and Paige, are you looking forward to a future 4Runner?
I am looking forward, Jordan and Paige. I am looking forward to a future 4Runner redesign. And, you know, if it takes some cues from the Sequoia, I would be very happy with that. And
I know you're a big 4Runner fan.
I am. And one of the reasons why is that it hasn't changed in so long.
Oh.
So it'll be, I mean, we all know it's going to be hybrid powered. So let's start crying now if that upsets you.
You know, Mark Cooper has a great question about, is the new Miata worth it? He has the means.
Yes.
And, you know,
new Miata is a great car, man. That's one of the purest driving experiences that you could find. And instead of playing the game trying to find a Honda S2000 that is priced right, which right now the prices on those are just ridiculous, you could get a brand new Miata.
Well, you know, and I also want to say, Mark, that there's not a lot that journalists, we all like to fight with one another, automotive journalists.
Yes.
But that is the one thing that everybody agrees on, as that Miata is always the answer. So
that is very true.
You can go wrong.
Lots of people love the Miata that are in the auto journalist world.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got. Chris says that the Invista wasn't too bad. I agree. Invista, the style and the price. It's the price. It's good.
Do you think that Buick can reinvent itself? He was also wondering.
I think so. I think they have a good shot, as good as they're ever going to get now. That's for sure.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
All right, let's scroll back.
Let's
down
scroll back down.
See what else we missed? Okay. Will we see the 2024 Camry? When will we see
I think that won't be until sometime next year. They still got to bring out the Tacoma. They still got to bring out a 4Runner. Even the RAV4 is ready for a redesign. So lots of big things are going to be coming from Toyota. So you better buckle in and hold on, because we're going to be bringing it all to you.
Michael wants to know your thoughts on Alfa Romeo.
Alfa Romeo is a love-hate relationship. I love Alfa Romeo. I think they're fun cars to drive. They got a sexy shape to them, but I just don't trust their reliability. Plus, I don't love how there's a lot of other Stellantis buttons and switches inside. Now, the new Tonale, which we're going to be driving that next month, they've changed that a bit, but there will be a similarity between the Tonale and the Dodge Hornet. My favorite Alfa Romeo of all time, well, not all time, but the one that I wish I could have bought when it was available new for sale, was the 4C.
I knew you were going to say it. This is cute. Troy said, I don't know if you guys remember, which we do, Troy, we were talking about it. He was in the top 20 for our 300,000 subscriber virtual car show with his F-150, and we sent him a 2019 model wrap. He still has it in his office.
That's awesome, Troy.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Troy.
that was if everybody's wondering what the heck is he talking about, what happened was we had to actually cancel the official in-person 300K celebration, the car show, because of the pandemic. So we had a virtual car show where people submitted pictures of their rides, and there was over 600 applicants, and we had to whittle it down. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, because there were so many great cars.
Yeah, we were like, how do we get 600 videos?
Yeah. Devin Stitcher has a great question. Sequoia or Yukon or Tahoe or Expedition? Real simple, Yukon. Yeah, I really love the Yukon, and I think that out of the ones you mentioned there, that's the way to go.
And Mage Vogue wants to know 2023 Kia Forte GT or go with a Civic or Corolla?
I would say Forte GT, possibly. The thing is, it just depends. Now, if you're looking for more performance, you're going to get more performance out of a Civic Si, handling performance. But I actually have a Kia Forte GT review hopefully coming soon, so stay tuned for that. Plus, you could get the Forte GT in a manual. So whoever asked that, there's another car.
And I don't know if you can believe this, but
I can't believe it's already past 9 o'clock.
It's already past 9 o'clock.
Jeff Lass is going to be the last super chatter of the night. He says, Detroiter here. Wish the big three did sedans, but the 24 Sonata is unveiled at the Detroit Auto Show. I am there and look forward to saying hello and line likely in my future. You know,
Awesome,
Jeff, I think that's going to be a great option, and it looks pretty damn good. So it's interesting how the big three have given up for the most part on sedans.
Thank you, Jeff. And I
thank you.
have to say, I agree with T. Howard here on his last super chat. 18 years with 8th and 9th graders. I wouldn't go in that cage with a whip and a chair. This man is a saint. I don't know. He has like so much like.
Amen to that. Yes, amen to that. But
on that note,
thank you, T. Howard, for the super chat. On that
thank you
note,
all for being here.
We appreciate it. We almost got up to 300 people tonight. Thank you, Jacob, for being the moderator tonight. Thank you, everybody who super chatted, and also everybody who just joined in and shared in the comments. It looks like some of you gave Jacob a lot of work with all the spam that you've been dumping, but that's why we have Jacob, and that's why we love him so much. So hopefully I'll see some of you May 7th, Walker Ford, Clearwater, Florida, from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. We have the Raity's Ride celebration, all makes and models.
Next month.
Virtual next month.
Be here, be square.
Be here, be square. We're going to have giveaways at both events. So stay tuned for that. And just like always, we'll see you guys on the next ride. See you guys.
Bye, guys.
We love you. We'll talk to you soon.